Well, so in this part, we're going to solve one question in order to understand the basic how we can apply these methods of distribution of the joint cost among the different products. So this is our second part of the cost allocation joint products and byproducts. So if I read the question with you, then we're gonna solve it. So in organic chemicals, IC processes salt into various industrial products. In July 2018, IC incurred joint cost of 100,000 to purchase salt and convert it into two saleable products, caustic soda and chlorine. Although there is an active outside market for chlorine, IC processes all 800 tons of chlorine it produces into 500 tons of PVC, polyvinyl chloride, which is then sold. There was there were no beginning or ending inventories of salt, caustic soda, and chlorine or PVC in July. Information for July 2018 production and sales are below. So we see that the joint cost is 100,000 and there is a separable cost which we incurred on PVC in order to convert the chlorine into PVC is 20,000. There is no beginning inventories for any of the product or the so production, we know that we produce 1200 caustic soda, 1200 tons caustic soda, 800 tons chlorine and 500 ton PVC. Then there is no ending inventory and the selling price for these all the three products are 50, 75 and $200 per ton. Now what we have to do is allocate the cost, joint cost of 100,000 between caustic soda and chlorine under the sales value at split off method and the physical measure method. So these two methods we're going to apply in our first part of the question. The second part is saying allocate the joint cost of 10,000 between caustic soda and PVC under the NRV method, net realizable value method. Number three is what is the gross margin percentage of caustic soda and PVC under the three allocation method. So we will see that what is the gross margins percentage of caustic soda and PVC under the three different methods. And the last one is that the topic what we discussed, process or sale or process further. So that's a question related to that. So Lifetime Swimming Pool product offers to purchase 800 tons of chlorine in August 2018 at $75 per ton. Assume all other production and sale data are the same for August as they were for July. The sale of chlorine to Lifetime would mean that no PVC would be produced by IC in August. How would accepting this offer affect IC's August 2018 operating income? So let's start start solving this question. First of all, the first part is sale value at split off. So sale value at split off, this is our first part, and we are calculating allocation of joint cost using sale is value at split off method. This is our first part of the question. So we divide it into two. One is a caustic soda and the other one is chlorine. And the one that is a total. So what is a sales value? 1200 tons of chlorine multiplied by 50 per ton, and similarly we have a 800 tons of 1200 tons of caustic soda at a 50 and 800 tons of chlorine at the $75. These are dollars, so we can write. So we see here that this is $60,000, and this is going to be this is also going to be $60,000. So we see that the sales value for both are. So if we want to calculate the weighting, how we divide this, so we know that 60,000 divided by 60,000 divided by 20,000 in both the cases, so we get it 0.5. So the joint cost is going to be distributed or allocated 50,000 for this and 50,000 for this on the basis of saleable value. And how we can see that the saleable value is divided by the total, each product saleable value divided by the total saleable value and multiply by the joint cost. That is going to give us this. So this is our first part. Now the second part is so the first part has two portions. One is a physical method. So now we 1B, so it was 1A, and now we are dealing with 1B, and the 1B is physical Meyer method. So again we use caustic soda, chlorine and total. So we know that how much caustic soda, physical Meyer, in tons. So 1200 and 800. So total is 2000 tons. And weighting again the same weighting. For caustic soda it is 1200 divided by 2000 and 800 divided by 2000. So this gonna comes here 0.60 and this is gonna 0.40. So in simple terms we can say that it is for 60% and 40%. So joint cost allocation is, here comes out of 100,000, 60,000 to caustic soda and 40,000 to chlorine, and all together we have $100,000, and in this case also it's $100,000. So this is our physical Meyer method, in which we how we do this, we add up the overall total output and divide each product's output by the total output and measured in physical Meyer, like kilograms, liters, tons, metric tons, whatever it is. So we divide it and then we get it. You remember that it is important that the measuring unit should be same for all these. So for that reason, in this question we have a same measuring unit. Now the second part is saying estimate net realizable value method. So we have to do this net realizable value method, or we call it as NRV method, right? So what we have to do, we again calculate the final sale value for caustic soda, chlorine, and then we have a total. So final sale value, not at a split off. So in our first case, we have at split off final sales value, right? So we are able to 1200 multiply by 50 and 500 tons. Yeah, that's this is not, because we are now dealing with net realizable value. So chlorine is not going to be our here in this case. It's going to be PVC, because we convert the chlorine into PVC. All right, so that's and 500 into 200, that is for this is a dollar and this one is dollar. So we are getting $60,000 by selling caustic soda and $100,000 by selling PVC. So PVC, then it comes $160,000 the total, and now we have to less spareable cost. And there is no spareable cost, but here it is 20,000. So we get, this one is net realizable value. At split off. And we here get it 60,000 and here we get it 80,000. So all together is going to be 140. So now we want to get in weightings, and 60,000 divided by 140 is 3/7, and 80 divided by 140 is 4/7. Then joint cost allocation. Is if we divide it on the basis of 3/7 into 100,000, so we get it 42,857 and 57,143, and is going to be $100,000. So the point I want to make it here, that we discussed three different methods. So under sales value, at the split off method, we are allocating 50,000 to caustic soda and 50,000 to chlorine. Under the physical measure method, we are allocating 60,000 to caustic soda and 40,000 to chlorine. And under net realizable value, at the point of split off, we are allocating 42,857 to caustic soda and the rest to the PVC, which is 57,140. So you see that whenever the method is changing, the cost allocation is also changing. Now the third part is we have to calculate to compare it, the caustic soda, like what I showed you here, the way that is going to be. So what is our third part is, what is the gross margin percentage of a caustic soda PVC under the estimated 3 allocation method. So we will calculate it separately, like for that's our 3 part A, that is for caustic soda. Now caustic soda, we have 3 methods we discussed: sales value at split off, and then we use physical measure method, and then estimated net NRV. So these are the three methods we are using. So sales, in both the cases, in all the three cases we see the sales are of 60,000, right? So it's at 60,000 sales of soda, caustic soda, and we have a joint cost allocated. In this case we have a 50,000. In this case we have a 60,000, and in this case we have a 42,857. So we can see here, like if we subtract, so we can get it a gross margin. So here we have a 10,000, here we get 0, here we get 17,143, and we can write it the gross margin percentage as well. Gross margin percentage, it's 10,000 divided by 60,000, so we're gonna get it 16,067. Here percent, here we get 0%, and here we get 28%, 28.57%. This is how do we get it? 10,000 divided by 60,000 into 100, so we get this value. And if we divide 17,143 divided by 60,000 into 100, so we get this value. So there is no need to calculate 0. That's a simple, understandable. Now for 3B, that is for PVC, so we see that the sales are of 100,000. Joint cost allocation under the 3 method. For the first method, the allocation is 50,000. For second method, the allocation is 40,000. And in the third method, it is 57,143. And sparable cost is 20,000. So we get it gross margin, which is 30,000 in this case, and simply it is a 30%. Out of 100,000 we have a 30,000. In this case we have a 40,000, so 40,000, so we see here it is 40% because of 100,000. In this case it's a less, it's a 22,857, and the same is the 22.86%. You see that as the method is changing, the gross margins are changing. So this is these are the 3 parts. The fourth part I'm gonna explain it here. The fourth part is saying, like live we can process further or we can sell. So in this we learn that way that we have to calculate the incremental effects. So okay, so This is our fourth part, and we have to talk only about incremental revenue. Now incremental revenue is that if we are selling 500 PVC at the price of $200 minus we can sell 800 tons with the price of 75 per ton, so that's our incremental 40,000. What is an incremental cost? That's a spareable cost. That is 20,000. So the net incremental operating income is 20,000. So as the operating income is increasing with this process, so we have to adopt for further processing. So this is all what I want to share with you regarding this chapter, and this exercise is going to give a very good comprehensive idea of all the topics or the ideas we discuss in this chapter. I hope you enjoyed. So for this chapter, that's all what I want to share with you. I hope you like it, and if you have a question, email me or comment below the video. Thank you very much. Bye bye.